Hobbymaker are live from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day on Sky Channel 670,
Freesat Channel 807
and Freeview Channel 73. You can also watch on YouTube via some smart TVs, your computer and phone. Our call centre is based in the UK and available 24/7. Just call 0800 001 4433 or email help@hobbymaker.co.uk.
It couldn't be easier to watch Hobbymaker. You can join us on Sky, Freeview, on our website or on YouTube, so you can watch at home or on the go.
David, wake up! What are you doing?
I'm catching some rays and having a pina colada.
There's no time to laze around. Christmas is coming to Hobbymaker.
It's June.
I know, only 6 months to go. Up you get, my friend.
There's a lot of love for Santa at Hobbymaker.
Here at Hobbymaker, we love seeing what you've been making, and it's our job to keep you inspired. So how does a £100 credit to your Hobbymaker account sound? Every month, we're going to be giving away a £100 credit to one lucky Hobbymaker's account. And all you have to do to enter is simply send a photo of your craft you makes to studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. We will be picking one winner each month at random, and we'll announce the lucky winner on air in the 5 p.m. show on the last Saturday of every month. So what are you waiting for? Get crafting, get motivated, and get inspired with Hobbymaker.
I almost forgot. We've got a brand new show starting on Hobbymaker, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. until 8 a.m, featuring loads of new things. The Early Bird Special, a special offer only available during the Wake Up to Hobbymaker show. Who the Hobbymaker Are You? A slightly extended interview with our guest designers, Help Me Hobbymaker, encouraging you to email in with all of your crafting queries, and a sneak peek, the final 20 minutes of the show, letting you know what's coming up later on in the day. So don't forget to join us. Set your alarms 6 a.m. until 8 a.m. on Hobbymaker. I think I'll get 5 more Zs in.
Well, a very, very good morning to you from everybody here at Wake Up with Hobbymaker. My name's Ben Murray, and if you don't know me, don't worry, because we're going to get to know each other very well over the next couple of hours. Now, of course, as with every Wake Up with Hobbymaker show, we have got a show jam-packed. You know what I did there, jam?
Yeah.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Jam-packed with some fantastic crafty demos, some brilliant crafty items, and a fantastic crafty guest who we're going to introduce in just a minute. But don't forget, of course, Wake Up with Hobbymaker is a fully interactive show. What does that mean? That means we want to hear from you at home. How can you contact us? It's very straightforward, isn't it?
It is.
Very straightforward. What we do is we go over to the website, and you can message directly from there, of course. You can email us, studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. But when you go to the website, if you've got an account, log yourself in there. You'll see next to the picture of the handsome chap there on the screen, you'll see a little white box, and you need to type in there your message, and that will be sent directly to Hobbymaker HQ, which is the studio. And then what we'll do is we'll put it across the bottom just like this and say, hi, Ben, and say, hiya. That's it. So fully interactive. Now, what you can do is send us some pictures of your makes, send us any questions for our guests, send us any crafty tips, send us a message, say, shut up, Ben, it's time really now for the guest. Whatever you want, but we really, really want to hear from you at home. That's very, very important. And along with our guest in the studio, we also have a crafty crew, don't we?
We certainly do, yes.
We do have a crafty crew. We couldn't do it all on our own, could we?
No,
so we've got in the studio today, we've got Cal and we've got Handsome Dan. That's it, or Gorgeous Dan as he's known. Give us a wave. There he is. Hey, there he is. And of course, in the studio, in the gallery, I should say, in the hub, we have as well Kat and we have Paul. Give us a wave, guys. Morning, morning. We've got a good team. And we've got a message already from Chris in Greater Manchester. Morning, Chris. It says, good morning, Ben and Sandra.
Oh, good morning. Lovely to have you with us, isn't
Fantastic. I haven't even introduced you yet, and he already knows who you are.
It's fine.
Everybody knows Sandra, don't they? So, without further ado, it's time to introduce our crafty guest this morning, which is, of course, Sandra Rushton from Santangle.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning. Is that energetic enough for you this morning?
Yeah. I'm on my second cup of tea, so I'm getting there.
Yeah, that's good. You and me both. But I can't help noticing that your mug's a bit nicer decorated.
Well, do you know what? Yeah, when you're tangling, you don't leave any blank surface without a tangle on it.
No, I was told I had to watch out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially with this empty space
yeah,
here.
absolutely. I've got the Sharpie.
Let's not go there. So we've got some fantastic items coming up on the show a little bit later today. And of course, you're not just here at the Wake Up Show, you're also here a bit later in the day
Absolutely,
as well,
yeah. I'm here all day.
All day?
Absolutely, yeah. It's my day off, in a sense, because I could sit and design, and it's peace and quiet.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That's brilliant. Well, of course, later on the show, we've got a lot of crafty items, of course, but we've got a lot of Christmas items later in the day, haven't we?
All Christmas today.
All Christmas. Love a bit of Christmas. With that in mind, I hope you don't mind, but I thought I'd get you a little present.
Oh.
Token of my affection. First Christmas present.
Thank you so much. That's really
there you
kind
go. So let me give it. Don't open it yet. Pop it down. You can open it a bit later.
But you know what?
Yeah?
I've not worked with you before. I've brought you one as well. Just hang on.
Have you?
Just 1 second. 1 second. I'm going to put that there.
Oh, I love a present. Who's... Oh, my word.
You got it. Careful. Careful. Got it. Go for it.
I'll put that down there for later.
Oh, just don't drop it. Don't drop it.
Is it supposed... Oh, no, we're all right.
So it's not broke. It's fine.
That's all right. It's just the set. We know what it is. It's just the set. So we've got a message in from Chris as well. I haven't got my readers on. So good morning, Sandra and Ben. Looking forward to the show with lots of tangling goodness.
Oh, absolutely. And that's all we want in life, isn't it? A little bit of tangling.
A little bit of and we've got another message coming. They're coming in thick and fast this morning.
Thank you so much. I've been up since 2 o'clock this morning. It's just lovely. Somebody's watching.
Yeah, I know. You and me both. That's what I was thinking. So what have we got? Morning, Sandra and Ben. Love your trainers, Sandra. Oh, show us your trainers.
Oh, do you know, as I've just said, any surface gets tangled on.
So are these tangled then?
Yeah, they were.
Are they?
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Absolutely.
That's absolutely incredible. I love that. All the design that you've done, and you've done all that yourself.
Yeah, all hand done, and
wow.
Yeah, so they can go out in the rain. It's not a problem.
I love it.
All sorted. Absolutely.
That's it. I love your rainbow laces as well.
You have to match in, don't you? And it's also nice to have that extra platform because I'm only 5'1".
Well,
it gives me a little bit more height.
Which I came in a bit earlier, and I did say to Sandra, because I thought she was sick, I did say, you can stand up now, Sandra.
See, I've had it all before. It's fine.
That's what this is. A box. Look, so she can stand that a bit later. We've had some pictures already. We've had some pictures already. What have we got? From Lynn.
Oh, good morning,
Fantastic.
Lynn. Loving the circly swirl in the middle there and the colour. Bit of red and green. We've got a bit of red and green.
Hi, everyone. Please find attached my entry to the show, to the Show Us Your Makes draw. I haven't got my teeth in this morning. I've attempted a Santangle drawing inspired by tile in Tiles, Tangles and Techniques Book 2. Yes, familiar with that one?
Well,
just a bit.
I did write it.
Thanks to Sandra and her team, all at Hobbymaker, for the wonderful products, demonstrations and inspiration. Best wishes, Lynn B.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Love it.
That's what we're here for.
Well done.
That's what we're here for. Oh, we've got another one. Okay, so attached to some pics of flowers I've drawn using Sandra's Flowers in Bloom stencils.
Yes,
beautiful. Look at that. The sunflower, tulips and poppy were drawn during a Zoom session with Sandra.
That was the other night.
Oh, yeah, got a dedicated following, Sandra. Look forward to catching up with the shows and seeing if she has any more new products I can buy, Sue Sneller. I've got a feeling that you might have.
Maybe.
There might be.
I've kept it very secret. I've not told anybody anything.
Haven't you?
No, there's been no.
So we're the first ones. You're gonna be the first to find out.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We've got another message coming from Wendy. So, hi, Ben and Sandra. This is how much we love you, Sandra.
Oh,
I never usually see silly o'clock in the morning.
No, neither do I.
Dear me. And that's from Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy.
Wendy, I wish we never saw silly o'clock in the morning. We've got the brew to keep us going.
We have, absolutely, yeah. I'm getting there.
Have you got... I hope they've got a cup of tea at home. Have you got a cup of tea at home?
Yeah, I hope so.
We don't want to see a picture of that, though. But if you've got a tea...
Unless they've got a cup with
unless
tangle
you, unless you've got a Tangled cup, then we do want to see it. It's got to be a crafty brew for me.
Yeah.
What do you go for?
Oh, this is green tea.
Oh, very cool.
I know, yeah, all sorts of flavours of green tea.
Kat said your body's a temple.
I do my best.
I know she didn't say that to me. We've got Liz as well. Good morning,
Good morning.
Sandra. Lovely to see you again. I don't get up this early for many people. I need to get my glasses. Thanks for all your inspiration. Who's that from?
You're welcome.
Ellis in Norfolk. Wow.
It's not just me, though. There's other people out there on the Sanntangle group page that do this, and the inspiration that comes from there is also crazy. So it's not just me, it's what everybody else does as well.
Yeah.
Anybody can do this.
Anybody
honestly.
can do it. And you can look an expert doing it, can't you?
You can, yeah. It takes very, very little equipment. You've got a pen, a pencil, a little paper stub, tortillon.
Okay.
And that's all you need, really. A decent tile, as we've talked about already.
So it's a low cost sort of hobby.
It certainly is, yeah. And it will integrate into any other craft you've got.
So what do you mean by that? Just explain.
I mean, if say, for example, you're a card maker and you like toppers,
yes,
you can create a topper using one of our tiles.
Yeah,
you can draw it. It's hand drawn. Then it's perfectly unique.
Yes.
And then you can make it mat and layer, die cut, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Just as you're doing.
Right.
Fabric is the same. We've got a sample there of some fabric.
Oh yes.
If you're into your fabric and your stitching, you could actually draw on this. You can embroider into it. This is one of our Christmas.
I'll get that a bit closer.
Look at this.
There we go.
And if you're into your wood, I've always drawn on wood.
Yes.
So if you want to sort of, create something a bit more ornate, then it works on that. So, of course,
very nice.
Clothes,
very nice indeed.
Whatever's lying around that's got a nice surface to draw on.
So you've got to watch out. And of course, again, you've done it on your shoes there as well.
Absolutely.
So the fabric. Because I did ask you a little bit earlier, because we talked briefly, didn't we, about being able to Sanntangle onto fabrics.
Yeah.
And I did say to you, is that will that wash out? Is it going to bleed or anything like that? And
no, the fine liners we use, we've tried and tested them, and they actually work really well.
Wow.
You're not going to get any bleeding. What I would suggest, if you're going to use a coloured pencil, if you're going to wash it, then test your pencils first, because everybody's got their own variation.
Yes.
So just do a little test on that and make sure. But if you're not, go ahead and use whatever you want to use.
And the world's your oyster, isn't it?
Oh, there's so many things you can do.
What's probably the most unusual thing that you've Sanntangled, do you think?
Goodness me. Oh. I think the unusual, an ostrich egg.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
quite a while back.
Idea.
Absolutely.
What a good Easter item.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I'm being asked why.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me if it could happen, and if somebody says, could you do that? You just think, go on, I'll have a go.
Sandra said, is it stuck down?
Yeah, absolutely.
I can Sanntangle.
Yeah. It was quite, they're really big, aren't they?
Yeah. Oh, enormous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever eaten one? Have you ever like scrambled eggs? I've not either.
No.
But people do, don't they?
They do. Yeah. This one wasn't. It was completely hollow, nothing inside it.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely perfect. So again, good for Easter.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
So we've gone through wood, fabric, paper, ostrich eggs, ceramics. Yeah.
Jewellery. Of course, you can. We have done those in class before. You can tangle on a tiny piece of paper, put it into a piece of jewellery, and put like a cabochon over the top.
Oh,
they look beautiful. Yeah. We've done brooches, key rings, all sorts of things.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So many.
She's going to be moving from one show to another. I reckon you're going to be making some cameo appearances.
Maybe.
Yeah. There'll be other shows on the network, and Sandra will be in the background.
Yeah. It's in progress.
Yeah. And everything. That's fantastic. So we've got another message come in. We've got a message from Terry.
Good morning.
Morning, Sandra and Ben. Already placed my order. Good job, Terry. Got your shows ready to record as at work, but we'll sneak off later to order more goodies.
Oh,
I like that.
It's exciting today.
It is exciting. And just on the note of obviously popping items in your basket, don't forget that popping an item in your basket doesn't reserve it. You do need to make sure that you check out to secure that item, don't you? And don't worry, don't think, well, you know, I'm a bit reluctant to check out because I might see something later on in the show or I might see something later on in the day. You don't need to worry about that because, of course, here at HobbyMaker, just $3.95. Postage and packing all day long from midnight last night to midnight tonight. And you can add as many items in as many separate checkouts as you like, and you can just fill your basket, fill your boots. And let's be honest as well, Sandra, your shows very regularly just sell out.
Well, do you know, it really humbles me. I'm so proud of that. And not just the fact, okay, people like what I do, but it's then what people do with it.
Yes.
And I see that they grow and they grow in confidence and the work they put out is just wonderful. So it's like a team.
Yes.
Almost.
Yeah,
you know, I give you something a bit different and you go create something wonderful with it. It's just
that's amazing.
Just fabulous.
I think that's why a lot of people you know, enjoy the crafting, isn't it? They feel like they're part of something, don't
Absolutely.
they? And it's nice to see, again, you be able to grow in your craft as well. And don't forget, there's no me in team, but there is T in team. There we go. So we've got some fantastic stuff coming up later on the show. But before we talk about that, we've got another message. They're just coming in thick and fast this morning. Morning, Ben and Sandra. Only time I get up this early is to go on a holiday or to watch Sanntangle.
Do you know, it's probably the same for me, actually.
And that's from Sue, a member of staff. Oh, no, Sue's staff.
Oh, hi, Sue.
Hiya.
I saw Sue at the weekend. We met for the first time.
Oh, right.
At class.
Do you find that you meet a lot of your customers then, and a lot of the viewers?
Yes.
Because you do workshops, don't you?
Yeah, we do workshops. Yeah, I've got a classroom at my place.
Oh, wow.
So we had 27 people in at the weekend. It was fantastic.
So what did you do at the weekend then?
So we do a couple of things. We obviously tangled a bit. We did a few mugs. Of course, we have lots of chats, lots of conversation because people come from all far and wide, and you know they've seen each other on Facebook.
Yes.
And they're friends on there, but then they come and meet you in person or meet you again.
Yeah.
And we did a couple of drawings. Do you want to see what we did?
Oh yeah, I'd love to.
See what we did?
Yeah. What have you got?
Okay, this was one that
put these out.
we work with tiles, of course, and that's one of the main core elements. But we like to go a little bit bigger if we can.
Okay.
So this is one.
Oh, wow.
We did. Now this was when they come to my class, nobody knows what they're going to draw. They have no idea, and they have a blank piece of paper. Very, very scary, but that's what they created.
That looks like a professional has done that.
It's just lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just lovely. But yeah, I'm hoping to see some of those pictures coming in today.
Yeah, fantastic.
So we've also did another one, a bit geometric this time.
Oh yeah, that's clever.
So look how that, when you think that's a pen, a pencil, a tortillon and a white chalk pencil.
Wow.
How three-dimensional.
And that's just to provide you with some shading and just to make it pop.
Yeah, and then this
Fantastic.
one, we'd like to change things up a little bit. Okay. Same sort of thing.
Wow.
Look at that. And again, they're completely blank pieces of paper when we start.
Yeah.
The only sort of thing we had for this, we had a round stencil and an oval stencil.
Wow.
And that was it. And then you did it.
That's beautiful. And that would be a great card topic because you could put sentiments in there.
Of course.
Space
you could take just perhaps this element.
Yeah.
Or just this one, and then you create your own little bits and pieces from it.
And it's personal.
It's absolutely every single one. Even if I was going to draw it again, it would be completely
different.
different. So absolutely.
These are from are these all from the workshop at the weekend?
All from the class at the weekend.
Are they?
Yeah.
Well, and then you do them. You've got a classroom, but you also did somebody say they sent one in from Zoom as well?
Yeah, I do. I did a Zoom as well. We brought Flowers and Bloom stencil.
Oh yes.
Is it this month or last month? I can never remember.
It's December now.
There's so many different things you can do with it.
Yeah.
We said that what we'd do, anybody that brought that stencil, I'd do a Zoom session so I could show them how you could sort of extend it a little bit. So we did a few different flowers. So
I like that.
Absolutely.
I like that. So where would we find out about that?
Okay, Facebook. I do a live video twice a week on Sandra Rushton.
Okay.
On Facebook.
Is that sandrarushton.com?
Just Sandra Rushton. Just keep it simple.
Just Sandra Rushton.
And that's where we do a tile twice a week, Tuesdays and Fridays at 2.
Okay. And is that, do the people who participate in that, do they do the same as you? Or is it just you're doing your own thing, but both doing tiles?
Yeah, we do the tile. But having said that, they do their interpretation of what I do.
Yes, yes.
We also do tile swaps. And that means every month I'll go on and I'll do a little pattern, one single tangle.
Yes.
And then that's where they take that away and think, what am I going to do with this? And they create their own, send it in to me. Yeah. We put them all together in a big, what we would call a mosaic. Okay. And then photograph it, put that out, and then we swap them and send them all back out to me.
I love that.
Absolutely. And then you've got a Sanntangle Facebook group. Okay. Where everybody out there, good morning everybody, post all their pictures of what they do. And of course, if they've got a problem, they can ask questions. Sure. People on there will help.
So you've got a nice community spirit.
Very chatty.
On there.
Yeah, we're very chatty.
Yeah, and people asking tips and giving advice and posting their pictures, and then they get to meet up, of course, hopefully.
Exactly. Well. This is it. It's like meeting friends.
Yes.
I mean, we really started this over lockdown.
Right.
And a lot of people, you know, were on our own, isolated, didn't know what to do.
Yes.
And this set up that support group. And there are people out there. There was one lady, she sort of come on one day and she just said, do you know what, I'm really lonely. Yeah. And there's another lady said, where do you live? So gave her a general area. And she said, well, I drive through that area. So they'd agreed at a certain time, this lady was going to stand at the gate. Right. This other lady was going to drive past and stop, and they were going to have a conversation. Yeah. And that, to me, sums it up. Yes. Somebody cared enough to just spend a little bit of time to somebody they didn't really know. Yes. Just to say hello. Yeah. And they have something in common. Absolutely, yeah. And, you know, ever since then, it's just grown and people are just so lovely. Amazing. So, that's amazing. It means a lot, that.
Well, you've got so many fans because you've got more people sending you pictures. Would you like to see some more pictures? Do you want to see some more pictures? Yeah? Okay, let's get some more pictures up. So this is from Chris. This is a tangled clipboard. Love the moth stencil.
Look at that.
That's very clever. That looks very patchworky, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. And I like how the colours moved across. We've got that red and green theme going on as well today. Love that.
And it looks almost like a peacock feathery sort of arrangement there, doesn't it?
Look at that. Is that a craft room as well? There's pens in the background.
Yeah. Oh, you can tell she's a real crafter because she's got her eye on the craft room in the background. This is from Alison Raggett.
Good morning.
Yeah, look at that.
Yes, absolutely. So that's our flowers in bloom and our circle frame. And then the tile there is the one we did the other day. We did on Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
From scratch. It's one of our regular tiles. Yeah. Pen, pencil, tortillon, and that white chalk pencil as well.
So you can get some real diversity from the same stencils, can't you?
You certainly can, yeah. I always give you options and I give you instructions on how you can use them. Yes. But then I let you go. Off you go. Do your own thing with it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's where the fun comes. Yeah.
Let them loose.
Yeah.
Oh,
good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Sandra and Ben. Here are our tangled cups from last weekend.
Oh, Lisa and Richard, good morning.
Wow, have a fab day.
Nice pair of cups there together.
Lisa and Richard in Washington. Well, apparently time we're in America. I was going to say, you do get about.
It's a bit of a drive, that one.
Hobbymaker's gone international.
Look at that.
And one more there.
Oh, look. Now they're not a certain hotel mug, are they? I'm just asking. I've not been over there to apologise yet. No. Some people did stay in a hotel nearby.
Oh,
and
did they? Okay.
We tangled on a cup, and then it just sort of got a little bit out of hand.
Yeah. Well, if it's not nailed down, it'll get tangled. So this is the start of my Tangle coffee mug. So this is from Chris. Brilliant. Yeah, I do like the dragon and the way that the dragon is sort of looking up.
Yes, yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Don't forget to keep sending in all of your pictures, photos, messages, like this one from Helen.
Morning, Helen.
So morning, Helen. Morning, Sandra and Ben. Just messaging in to say, what time is this? It's 6:25, Helen. That's what time it is. Ordered already. Looking forward to your demos. Helen Ford from Milton Keynes.
Gosh, Good morning.
I'm pleased they're all up this morning. I thought it was just going to be me and you.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah, they're all up this morning. Keep sending in your messages. Now, don't forget, of course, that this whole morning is on pre-order, available on the website. So all you need to do is browse to the website, which is hobbymaker.co.uk, and you'll see the show there. Click Watch Live, and just below you can see all the items on pre-order. And this is how everybody's been shopping up to now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we haven't shown you anything yet, and already they are filling their baskets. And don't forget, of course, that Sandra's shows often sell out. So don't forget to message us. You can see that there as well. Oh, blimey. Yeah, that's not a very flattering shot. You've got to watch out for Kat, haven't you? Well, I can see what you're doing.
Trouble.
Yeah, she's trouble. So we're going to start today with the Christmas Tangle book.
Yes.
So this is brand spanking new to us here.
It is, yes.
And it is our first Christmas item here from Sanntangle, isn't it? Can you tell us a bit about it?
It's a great start. It's one of those things that you could sit in an evening with a pen and tangle away to your heart's content. We've started some images for you. So, of course, they're all Christmas based.
Yes.
So, being that I draw them myself and I've drawn them with the same fine liner you're going to use, once you've tangled in it, you're not going to tell that it was an original print.
Yes. Because you'll have embellished.
Embellished, that's right.
Yes,
so you've actually got 3 of the same image, but one of them is more elaborate than the other.
Okay.
So you can use that perhaps as a bit of inspiration.
Okay.
Or you could literally tear it out the book, die cut round it and put it on a card.
Brilliant.
Instant card.
Yeah.
So
let's have a little look through it. Shall we have a little look through it so we can see what we've got in here? So I'm just going to have a very quick flick through so you can see it. So just talk us a little bit through what's the little bit in the front there?
I always like to write in about this book. I think it's nice that you get a little bit of an idea of why I've created it. I like to think about things and I don't sort of create something lightly.
Yes.
I think, what's it going to be used for? Is it going to be useful? So that's why you get that kind of thing in there.
So we'll have a little flick through. So this is all sort of Christmas Tangle designs, isn't it?
It certainly is, yeah. So you've got, some of them are frames, some of them are pictures, some of them are both. And there you see it's quite elaborate, quite ornate. If you turn the page, you'll find the same image.
Okay.
But it's not going to be as detailed.
Oh, I see.
You see?
Like a flick book.
Yeah, so you could do your own thing with it, by all means, or you could use that one to sort of copy off a little bit.
Yeah.
There's also a selection of little tangles in the front of the book, so you could see how I've actually created those patterns.
So some examples.
It's all there for you, yeah. See, that frame would be absolutely beautiful. You could put a stamp, a little sentiment in the middle there.
In here, yeah.
A little bit of shading. And you've already got it. Did I mention as well you can foil these?
Oh, can you?
So if you wanted to do that, yes, you could foil. See, that's very, very plain.
Yes.
But once you've tangled into it and added little bits and pieces, maybe even a little bit of gems around the corners.
Yeah. All sorts of stuff that you can do. All sorts of stuff you do. Now, this is already proving really, really popular, and we've only just started talking about it.
Yeah.
And you don't know what price it's going to be yet. So they're all over it. They're taking full advantage of the £3.95 P&P, aren't they? They're thinking, I better get that item in my basket now and get it checked out. We've got lots and lots of people putting these items in their basket. Don't forget, you do need to check out to secure it. But don't forget, don't worry if the price comes down over the course of the day, because even if you've checked out, you will only pay the lowest price, the lower price. So whatever you put it in your basket for and check out today, that's the maximum that you're going to pay for that item. Potentially, it could come down in price. And if it does, we will take care of that. You don't need to worry about that. And it's just £3.95 for P&P all day. So absolutely fantastic. So the price on that is £12.99. It is UA1238. And that could be your very first Sanntangle item. Now, there's going to be more coming up later in the show.
Yep.
And we mean later. We mean this afternoon.
Yeah,
so 3 o'clock. So you need to stay tuned. And if you're thinking about putting this item in your basket, you like the look of it, but you're a little bit web aware, or you're a bit conscious you don't perhaps like ordering things online, you like to make a phone call, you can do that, of course, here at HobbyMaker on the number on the screen. It's a free phone number, if you notice, no 800 number, and the call centre is right here in the UK, and it's 24 hours a day. And that's one of the things lots of our viewers love, Sandra, don't they? Is that you can actually call up, speak to somebody here in the UK any time of the day or night. And it's so close, it's right here at HobbyMaker HQ. It's right upstairs.
Yeah, it's up there.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Somewhere around there. Yeah. Well, we're going to be back with Sandra in just a few minutes, where we're going to look at some more fantastic Sanntangle.
Want to know what's going on in the next show? Then head over to our website. Click on the TV guide. This will tell you who's presenting, which guest we have joining us, along with what's going on in each hour. If you ever miss a show, you can catch up by clicking on the day you missed and then click Watch This Show. You can also view what product was on and if it's still available to buy. Catch up on HobbyMaker. Here at HobbyMaker, we want your shopping experience to be as simple as possible. That's why you can buy as many items as you like all day and only pay one postage and packaging fee. It doesn't matter what weight, size or quantity of your order or how many times you check out that day, you still will only be charged one P&P. Shopping made simple with HobbyMaker.
I am Sandra Rushton and I am the owner of Sanntangle, which is a small business in Lincolnshire, where it's only been going 3 years or so, but we're really passionate about what we do. It's a very mindful form of art. That's its basic core. So if you can hold a pen and draw a line, you can tangle. And it's about that mindfulness, that relaxation, and about you having a moment just for you. But as a result of you having that moment and putting pen to paper, you can create wonderful works of art. We do a lot of live videos, so we're very invested in education. We like to have people come to classes, but then of course the products that I design, we make ourselves. So we're involved in every step of the way, from the very first drawing to how it goes onto the computers, to how it's machined, to even books that we still hand make. Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing where we go. It's the start of something new, and I feel that. I feel that it's something exciting, and I'm so glad I'm in at the beginning, because I don't know where it's going, but it's only going somewhere good. And this is the place for me.
Here at HobbyMaker, we love seeing what you've been making, and it's our job to keep you inspired. So how does a £100 credit to your HobbyMaker account sound? Every month, we're going to be giving away a £100 credit to one lucky HobbyMaker's account. And all you have to do to enter is simply send a photo of your crafty makes to studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. We will be picking one winner each month at random, and we'll announce the lucky winner on air in the 5 PM show on the last Saturday of every month. So what are you waiting for? Get crafting, get motivated and get inspired with HobbyMaker.
Well, welcome back to, of course, Wake Up with HobbyMaker. My name's Ben Murray and I am here with a fantastic crafty guest, which is Sandra Rushton from Sanntangle. And she has brought us this morning a fantastic range of crafty goodies, including none other than the Sanntangle Christmas book. So you'll see that we did cover that a little bit earlier when we were just sat having a chat, and a quarter of the stock has already gone. And we did mention a little bit earlier that, this stuff goes really quickly. Sandra's shows very regularly sell out, and considering it's 6:30 in the morning, it's not likely to hang around. So if you've got the item in your basket, don't forget to get checked out, because having the item in the basket doesn't secure it. You do need to get it checked out to make it your own. Okay, so we're going to have a little look and see what we can make from it, because I think we've had a little look at the book, but what we want to see, we need to see some talent. now. Don't we? We need to So we're going to hand over to our fantastic crafty guest.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you some samples and then I'll show you how it's done. So I know it looks a bit tricky. You look at it and you think, no, I'm never going to do that. But I'm just going to show you how. So the first one here is a frame out of the book. You see, this is coming up a bit later. So if you want to draw the middle a bit later. But look at this frame, how it's been done. We've got that lovely little pine cone in the middle. But the frame is in the book there. It's been cut out and added to extra bits and pieces. But then you've got that same frame. Look at that, same frame.
Wow.
But it's not sort of Christmas.
Different.
Exactly the same image around that, but it's been coloured slightly different. There's a little bit of a different tangle going on in there. But it shows you that you can be quite versatile with it. That doesn't have to be Christmas. Here we go again. Oh, that same frame. Look, it's like, just showing, I've used pencil and torty on there. Nothing crazy.
Loving it.
Look at this one, this snowflake out the book.
Snowflake.
There we go. It's beautiful, isn't it?
And actually, snowflakes remind me of, tangling.
Yeah.
Because you've got that sort of intricate, fine
Absolutely.
design.
It's a shame you're not on a show later. Because we're going to go there. Sneak peek, kids. Yeah.
That wasn't loaded either.
So I'm actually going to demonstrate this one in a minute.
Yeah.
Look at the actual frame around the outside. And you could have whatever colour version you want of this. It's got a bit of bling on there as well. And again, look at this one. So you've outer frame, you can stamp things in the middle. You can cut that out. We've even got a little tiny tile here. There's a little sentiment at the bottom. So don't think your tiny tiles are just to draw on. They all match perfectly.
I love there's like a shimmer on that one.
It's lovely, isn't it? Yeah. Same with this one. Again, look, one of these frames and these little baubles.
Oh, they look familiar.
Do whatever you want to sort of do, and they're just lovely. Matte layer is normal. Oh, okay, this is a little bit of a bauble in there. It'll just come as empty in the book. See this one as well. If I actually show you this, I'll see if I can just flick through and find you this tree. Okay, there we go. So this one, look, the card's been made with that particular one. So there it is plain, and there it is coloured. But of course, if you wanted to, you didn't want to have those patterns in there, you could have a plain one that you could draw in yourself.
Yeah, that's clever.
So from there to there is pretty impressive, isn't it? A few little doodles.
Brilliant.
And then again, loving this, we've got a nice image in the middle, and then we've got this lovely frame. So the frame's in the book, the image is a little bit of a stamp there, but it shows you can do what you want to do with it. And then here we go again, some little baubles, lovely little frame. So I'm going to show you how to do this frame. So if I just, going to try and keep tidy today, here we go. Now I've taken it out the book, that's the idea. We take them out and we do something with it. It looks a little bit plain and we're not sure what to do with it. So this is where we're sort of headed. And I'm going to come straight in with a pen. Now, you don't have to use, I've got to use a thicker one. You don't have to use a black pen. You could use any colour pen you like. It really doesn't matter. But what I'm going to do is work on these little dots here. I'm going to start with the letter S. So I'm going to start with this bubble. I'm going to go round the bubble and back around the next one, little S. So if I then continue around, drawing these letter S's. Oh, now you'll notice that I'm actually going around the bubble. I'm not just drawing from one to the other. I want to create that lovely little curl, because we find if we don't go around the bubble, it doesn't always go that way. We end up with a bit of a straighter line. So I'll do a couple more so you can get the idea. Around and around. And then I'm going to do exactly the same pattern or the same curve, and I'm going to come this way. And then I'm going to come this way and this way. So whether you do all around the outside or all around the inside, if you want to do. And the nice thing about this, you can leave it plain. You could add another design in the middle of it. You could colour those little bubbles in. They are just crying out for glitter or a gem or something.
Do you know what that reminds me of? Sort of the ruffles on the outside of a rosette.
Yes.
As you go round there.
Exactly. That's how it works.
Sanntangle number 1.
Yeah. So if I actually bring just a pencil in, of course we want to use colours. But I'll just for now, I'll just give you an idea of how simple this can be. I'm going to add some pencil just into those edges there. There we go. There we are. So you see I'm doing the same edge each time, working my way around.
That's amazing what a difference that makes already.
Already, but then watch this. This is a paper stub. This is a rolled up piece of paper called a tortillon. And what we're going to do is soften the edges of the pencil.
Sorry, did you say that's a rolled up piece of paper?
Yeah.
So is that something you've made, or?
It isn't. No, these are actually, we do make a lot of things ourselves, but these we do have to buy in because they're very, very tightly rolled paper.
Oh, wow.
So, absolutely.
They're really popular, apparently.
They are, yeah. I'm sure.
People want to know if we're going to have some more stock of those.
Yeah, I have brought stock today, but it was added late, so
Okay.
So if not, they'll be later.
So a bit later on today.
Yeah, because somebody did remind me. I said I was going to do it, and then I forgot. And somebody said, "Have you done it?" And I'm like, "Sorry, I'll get it done."
So what are they called again?
Tortillons.
Tortillons.
Yeah. You see how, look, you're getting that sort of three-dimensional effect now. It looks like it's moving. Yeah. So let's come to the bubbles here now, or the baubles. What we're going to do with it? I say on the front of the book, I've not left you stranded. I've given you a series of little tangles. So we could use absolutely any of those to decorate this with. So if we look, for example, we've got some little gems, we've got some little curls, little sort of flowers, and all sorts of things going on. I think what we'll do, shall we have a go? We'll do this sort of grid here. Yeah. So if I come in again, straight in with pen. Now, if you want to use a straight edge for this, go ahead, use a straight edge. But sometimes it's kind of nice to come in and draw in your own little lines there. So there we go. So first off with one. You notice I started in the middle?
Yes.
I find that if you do that, you get a sort of a better gauge for what size your grid's going to be. There we go. So there's my little grid. And then it's showing me I've got to put some lines in. So I'm going to sort of choose this one and I'm going to fill it in with lines. Okay. And then same on this one. So I'm going to sort of leave a gap. Now this is something that anybody can do. Even if you've got a wavy hand, you could do, let me show you, you could do wavy lines. You get, that's it. And once you've actually done the whole design, this is what we sometimes say, you start with something and it looks a little bit, oh, I'm unsure, but once you've added more and more to it, it starts to become a little bit different. Yeah, see, I've actually now, I've automatically moved to waves, and I'm doing them sort of offset, so these are going this way, these are going this way. And again, you could do whatever you want to do with that.
I'm just absolutely mesmerised watching you do this on our monitor here. And it's amazing how quickly you've built up that design and also how professional it looks. So even if it's something that you're not used to doing, it looks relatively straightforward. And I love the fact that in the front of the book, you've got the inspiration there. Yes. Like you said, you have a bit of a mind block, and then you have a look at the book and you go, oh, that's great, I can pop that in. Absolutely. It's what it's all about. I don't want to sort of leave you with just an image. I want you to be successful. I want you to create something that you're proud of. And that's just just remind me, what's that called again? It's a tortillon. I've never heard of that. A tortillon. I've obviously not been watching enough of your shows. No, there you go. Look how three-dimensional. I mean, I've only done a few patterns in there, of course. I could spend the whole hour if I wanted to working on this, but there's so many things you can do with it, and immediately as you put pen to paper, you're actually then creating your own variation. So it's your artwork once you've done that. So if you want to sell it, you want to make cards and sell them, that's fine, as long as you don't photocopy the images and sell them. Yeah, that's brilliant. It's your work. See, look, I'm now doing the next pattern. It is, and the more you do, you can build this up throughout the day. Maybe you could have, 5 or 10 minutes, of a break, and you can add a little bit to it. Imagine giving this to somebody who doesn't know what tangling is, and they think, my goodness me, you drew that? Yeah. There we go. You see how that starts to sort of work its way around? Incredible. That's absolutely incredible.
I'm gonna bring one in that I have done and coloured. Okay, so what I've done here, I've used here we go. I've used this little tangle here on there. I've got some little bubbles, one shape, all repeated all the way around. These little droplets around the side are these ones here. I've just turned them upside down. They're like little hooks almost.
Yeah.
So you could sort of come around and draw a little bit of a wave like that.
This, I mean, the Christmas book where, you know, this design has come from is not only handy to take around with you, but would make a fantastic gift for somebody.
Yes, it would.
Wouldn't it?
Yes.
And all sort of age ranges as well.
Oh, yeah. My youngest tangler is 6.
Wow.
And Joe actually does do the tile swaps. And my oldest, I'm not at liberty to say, but...
49.
Yeah. So there you go. Now you can see what I've done here. I've actually... Where's the frame? Where's the frame? Okay, so I'm going to build it up a little bit because we're card makers and that's what we like to do. So I actually cut it out. I've done that lovely pattern around, filled the middle with bubbles, and I've coloured it in with an alcohol marker. A little bit of glitter on there. And then I've used a die and I've cut it. So we've got that kind of shape going on. But then it doesn't sort of stop there, does it? If I bring in my little mat and lay my card, it's shiny. Oh. I'm going to move that to one side for a minute. And I'm just going to take the tape off. Because this is what we do, isn't it? We want to create cards, but each year it's what do you give to somebody a little bit different? And what are they going to bring out every year? Well, they're going to bring out something that you've drawn by hand. So they're not going to know that you've not started the frame on, and it was in a book. It's not a problem.
No.
That's
they're just going to be very pleased to receive
have something, absolutely.
That you put your time and effort into.
So let's just bring in, I've got another little bit of gold here. I'm going to use some foam pads. So I just want to raise it a little bit. So I'm going to put this in the middle. And again, this is where you can use these images to sort of create your own area, your own little thing, whatever you want to do. But having that unique drawing in the middle makes a huge difference. So let's take that one off as well. I'm going to put this in the middle. See a little bow in there as well. And then just to sort of top it off, I've got a couple of bits and pieces here. I've got my little sentiment. Oh, I don't always put sentiments on mine. I don't know, it's one of those things. You know, I actually, if I'm going to do it, I would write it into a border maybe. And then, tangle it, of course.
Sun-tangle it into your card.
Yeah, but yeah, you know, we've got these wonderful dies and all these crafty bits and pieces. We might as well use them and mix them together. It certainly is. It's about you using what you've already got in your craft stash, but then changing it up a little bit, doing something a bit different with it. See, I've got some little sort of flourishes here again, cut with a die. There we go. If I just add a little bit of glue around there, so maybe sort of one.
I'm just absolutely around. I just can't stop watching. I think what you've created, it is just incredible.
This is it.
And it's all started from the Christmas book.
Yeah, and somebody's going to have this on their shelf, and they're going to, every time they walk past, they're going to look at it and they're going, did somebody actually draw that? Yeah. Did you really draw that?
Yeah, I mean, what you've done is you've brought this to another level, because it's not just using the book and tangling in the book. You've taken them out of the book. You've not just taken them out of the book, you've cut them with dies, you've mounted them, you've coloured them with alcohol markers, and you've really created something that's not just for you, but is for somebody else as well. Yes,
and this is the wonderful thing, you know, and you always sign your work, but this now is completely unique. And it's not something that you'd look at on a wall and think it's a wonderful piece of art.
Yes.
I think the person that's done that's very talented. You are creating this.
Yeah.
I'm just the facilitator.
Yeah.
I'm giving you something to start with.
Yeah.
But look, I've got a lot of Christmas cards to do this year, haven't I?
Producer Kat wants to know when she's getting hers. Yeah, that's why we start in June.
That's one picture.
Got a lot to make.
Yeah. One picture out the book. Imagine how many.
That's just absolutely incredible. And you're actually getting 15 designs.
15 designs, yes. So you get 3 of each.
And because you're getting 3
of each, absolutely. And every single one's going to be different.
Yeah.
So if one of your friends likes the blue and pink, do the blue and pink. If one of them likes the red and green, go for the red and green. But you've got the images in there that you can swap it about and do that.
Wow, that's
lovely,
isn't
it?
Incredible. And it was just mesmerising. I was just sitting like this, looking at the model. I couldn't believe it. That's absolutely incredible. And everybody at home clearly was as well, because a third of the stock has now gone. So you really need to make sure that you're checking out those baskets. Putting it in your basket doesn't secure the Christmas book. You do need to check it out. Let's have a look at some more pictures, shall we? Should we have a look at some more? Some more? So what have we got? We've got some more sent in. So this is from Jill. Beautiful stencil from Sant'Angelo. Love drawing this. We'll make it into a card. That's Jill from Durham.
And that's on a macro tile.
Oh, that's on a macro. Well, we're going to be talking about those in a little while, aren't we?
Yeah, macro stencil.
Beautiful. So how has she created the light colour? What do you use to get the?
Oh, that's different colour gel pens.
Oh, the different colour gel pens.
Yeah, you've got these things in your stash already.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be just drawn with a black pen. You can use anything that you've got there.
You don't think to reverse these.
No, no, absolutely.
And actually, the colour's really vibrant.
Yes.
But you don't need colour for it to be
not at all.
Vibrant and stand out, like Yvonne's here that she sent in to us. So, hi Sandra and lovely hobby maker peeps. Hiya.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you for your inspiration and generous demos and Facebook Lives. We were talking about those earlier.
Exactly, yeah, that's a Facebook Live. It was a recent one, wasn't it?
Fantastic. Here's one of my tiles. That's it from Yvonne. That's amazing.
I know, yeah. But you could go onto YouTube or my Facebook page and you could see the video.
Yeah.
You could actually follow along and draw that.
To create.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. It's nice that you've got so many resources available, Sandra, as well for people. So that's really good. We've got another one here from Susan. Let's have a look at this. Morning to you both.
Good morning, Susan.
Oh, wow. That actually looks like that is hanging. When you're from a distance, it looks like it's a hanging decoration.
Yeah. Look at that! I'm so impressed with that. And you know, it's lovely to have the monochrome and the pencil in the background.
Yes.
And then the flowers and the little planets or the little droplets in colour. We like that accent of colour.
Just makes it pop, doesn't it?
Really does it. Yeah. Look at the clock in the middle. You can look and look, and you can see all the things in it.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Yes.
Lovely. And we've got another one. Oh my word!
It's Joe. Good morning.
Morning, Sandra, Ben and Tanglers. Here are some of the things I have tangled. Joanne, well, we were talking earlier, weren't we, about what can you tangle?
Yeah, look at that.
I don't think Flower Pot Men came into the, or Flower Pot Person, I should say, came into the, I'm old school, Bill and Ben.
I'm a green, but I don't know who Bill and Ben is, really. Yeah. I sort of do, but I honestly, I didn't watch it.
No. But absolutely fantastic. And that would be a great mascot. Wouldn't it?
Oh, yes.
Wouldn't it?
Yes.
But, of course, we have got a mascot. We've got a mascot.
We have, yeah, and he's been a bit of a menace this morning. We're going to have to calm him down.
Somewhere.
He's been all over the place. He's looking for jewellery. He's been playing with the tools. And that's Christmas, isn't it? So...
There he is. Oh, there he is. Look,
he won't take those glasses off. He's got a few sets. Thank you, Sheila,
I'll just step into one side. He's hiding away. He's hiding away. I'll just duck down there so you can see him. Where is he? He's looking like a cool
He's waiting for Pauline Wheeler. He's got the mistletoe there.
Oh.
That's what it is.
I know he's a bit of a fan of Pauline's.
He is besotted.
Hey, is it me, or does he keep having different outfits every time you see him?
He does, yeah. He's custom clothes. Absolutely.
Absolutely brilliant. I love. I love them. Do people send in the the outfits, or do you make them?
I make them. Dobby sort of comes to me and says, "Right, this is what I want."
Yeah.
And I have to do it.
He's watching the fashion channel and he's wondering, this is in this season. What can I have? I absolutely love his sunglasses.
They're fab, aren't they?
Aren't they brilliant?
They're fab.
I love him. Well, if you love Dobby too, don't forget to keep your eyes out for him for the rest of the day, because he's going to be popping up here and there and everywhere throughout the rest of the day. So don't forget the Christmas book. If you like that, Get it in your basket, get it checked out. And don't worry about getting checked out because you're only going to pay one lot of P&P for the whole day, £3.95. That's from midnight last night through to midnight tonight. And you can keep adding items to your basket and checking out throughout the day. And don't worry if you think, oh, I'm going to miss out on some great prices later. You won't, because of course, right here at Hobby Maker, you will pay the lowest price, no matter when you check out your basket. So, we've got some koi watercolours coming up next, and these are limited. So we only have a small amount of these available. So if you're interested in these, you do need to get these in your basket and check these out. So we're going to be talking about these in a bit more depth in a little while. But you can see the details that have come up on the screen there at the moment. They're just about to fire up, but the code there is XD1271, and they are the koi watercolours. And you can see those on there. It's a fantastic set that you've got here, Sandra. I really, really love this. There's 24 colours in here?
24 colours to start with.
To start? Oh, because of course you can...
Of course, you mix them around, you do different things with them, and yeah, before you know it, you've got any colour you want. To be honest, if you've got a red, a yellow and a blue, you can make any colour you like anyway.
And so this gives you the option as well, haven't you, just here?
You have, yes. I'll go through it all in a minute.
Yeah.
It's
fantastic.
Yeah, everything you need. You've got 2 palettes because you can use the lid. Oh, yeah. And you can use that one if you want to.
And you've got all the bits. What are these little bits that you've got in here then? So we've obviously got the colours.
Yeah.
And then we've got the little, what have we got here? Like the pen?
You've got a water brush.
Pen?
Now you'll notice that little black stopper on the top there.
Yes.
That means you could leave water in there. And then when you go out and about and travel, you've actually got water on the go. So you just take that stopper out, put the brush on the top.
So if you were going on the train or a coach trip or something like
you've
that.
got water. So don't lose the black stopper. Yeah.
You're sorted.
Yeah.
Don't lose the black stopper.
Yeah. And you've got a little bit of sponge, and that's great to sort of dry your brush off with.
Yeah, that's great. Comes in this little case and slides across the top case. It's really portable. Now, you can find this product elsewhere. It's not just Sandra's. $35.99 is how much we have found this item for. The next one is a bit cheaper, and it's on sale, and it should have been $39.98. It's now down to $23.95. That's not a bad price, actually.
No, that's not bad. I probably brought it more than that, actually.
Did you?
I probably have brought.
$23.95. That's not our price. That is, we
that,
found that elsewhere. That was the cheaper of the two because that's on sale. That's actually a pretty good price. But don't buy it because we can do it for less than that.
Yeah.
How much do you think? How much do you think?
Well, I sort of know.
Waste of time asking you then.
Sorry, but I'm not telling you. I'm not telling you.
Cal, how much do you think? How much do you think? He's got no idea. $18.99. How much were they? Was the cheapest of the place we found them? $23.95 and $18.99. And if you've already checked out your basket, you've already paid your P&P.
Yeah.
So essentially, this is free P&P, essentially, if you've already put something in your basket that you're paying the P&P on. $18.99. The code for that is XD1271. Don't forget you can order as well by phoning our UK 24-hour-a-day call centre for free. I tell you what, I don't know how we're going to stay in business. We've got one lot of P&P. We've got free phone calls as well to our UK-based call centre. Unbelievable. Can you use these, Sandra, on your cards?
You can. Now, if you're going to use it in the Christmas book, I'll show you in a minute.
Okay.
You want less water. The less water, the better, because when you've got water and paper, it depends on the paper. So you can do it, but you can also use it with more water on your tiles. So I'm going to show you the difference between the two.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Okay.
It's worth noting, by the way, that we've got a handful of these left. There's 14 left, 13 left.
Okay, I'll be quick then.
Any more for any more? And there's 7 in baskets. So if you've got it in your basket, don't let somebody leapfrog you and check it out before you. If you've got it in your basket, please do get it checked out.
Okay. First thing I would do as soon as you get the paints is do yourself a little bit of a swatch here.
Okay.
Just make sure then you know what colours you're going to be getting. And you're even going to get a white. White is unusual in watercolour, honestly, but you are going to get that. Same with the black.
Very vibrant, aren't
Yeah,
they?
absolutely. It's very rare I'd use the black and the white, but it's nice to have them if we need them. So this is what we always sort of keep. And then, of course, we've got our palette. That's how it comes. It's lovely, isn't it? Which will go on either side. So if you're left-handed like me, or you're right-handed, it's fine. So, the purple, let's have a look. Oh, do you know, that purple, 176 is there, look. So the numbers. Now, the lovely thing about this as well is you can actually, when these have been used, so you'll use more colours than others.
Yeah.
You can swap them out, you can buy more. Now, when you're doing your brush, you're going to put your brush, you're going to sort of try and screw it on clockwise, and it won't.
Yes.
You have to screw it on anti-clockwise. Okay. What that's going to do is when you actually then use your brush, it's not going to come unscrewed while you're using it.
Yeah.
So there we go, we've got our brush all ready to go. So first thing we're going to do then, if we're going to work on the paper, what I'm going to squeeze it a little bit. Just want to get some water coming out. This is where
you're kind of prepping the...
Yeah, just sort of prepping it. And it's always nice as well. If you're going to use that purple, let's have a look, just actually add a little bit of water. Just a little bit. See, just onto each one. It just sort of almost activates it. You see, just a little drop there. Now, I'm going to brush it off. Now, I tend to use my hand rather than the sponge, but you've got two sponges. That's fine. There you go. So when you're using it on your paints like this, what I would do, because I've put a droplet of colour in, I can come in and use a bit of that. You see how sort of liquid it is already? I'm just going to take a bit off because I don't want a load on.
Sandra, can I just say very quickly, if you've got this item in your basket, you need to check it out. We only have a handful of these left. I think we have about three left, something like that. So you do need to get checked out. If you've got it in your basket, get it checked out. 2 left. 2 left.
This water brush is not always going to be purple. You might find that the colour will change a little bit, you know, as you're using it, but you wash it off and it'll be fine. Always going to use it. You see that I've used a little bit of water, but not much.
So how do you sort of rinse that out then for your next colour?
Right, what you'd actually do is you'd use your sponge, clean it off on your sponge.
Yeah, not the back of your hand.
Yeah, that's an old college trick, you know, when you're out and about doing things. Always used to use that, but there you go. Clean it off there. You've got nice clean, or it will be clean water again. There you go. Job done. Water, clean. If you're going to use it on a tile, what I would do is if I just come in and draw a little shape, just draw a little sort of a leafy kind of shape there. What I would do with these is I would come in with water to start with. So again, I'm just going to put some water in that palette there. I've got some nice clean water, and I'm going to fill that shape with water. There you go. All right. So it's full of water. I can see the sheen on it. And then I'm drying my brush off. And then I'm going to go back in and add a little bit of colour. And then what I'm going to do is drop it in. Okay? Drop it in. Now, the thing with watercolour is I don't want to fill the whole thing with paint or pigment. I want to just let it do its thing. So let's bring a little bit of that purple in as well. You see, because I'm not needing it too watery, I'm using the corner there, and I could drop some purple in there as well. Let's do a little bit this end. So you don't want to fill the whole thing, because what you want to do is let the water and the paint do its thing and let it dry. This is where you get that wonderful watercolour effect. Because you've put water on there, it means that it's not going to go anywhere else. You're in control, but don't get carried away and start filling it in. Leave it. Another real great thing you could do with this while it's still wet like this is you could put a little bit of table salt in it. Okay. Drop a bit of salt.
What's
and
the purpose of that?
What will happen with that? So I'm going. Is it'll start to soak up the water and it'll soak up the colour at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And it'll leave a real nice sort of mottled effect.
Yeah.
On there. So
sort of marbly effect.
Yeah, kind of thing. Absolutely. I mean, we've done that with tiles before, because you could actually cover the whole tile.
Right.
With watercolour, drop some salt on, leave it to dry, and then you've got a wonderful background.
Is it almost like a tie-dye sort of?
Kind of thing, yeah. I do apologise. I've not got everything with me here because But yeah, we have done it before on air, so yeah,
fantastic.
Bit of salt in, and it's lovely. Obviously,
well,
when you don't need it anymore,
that's gone now.
Screw it, and I just
they're all gone. I can't believe it.
Put that back on top, and your water is in there.
Oh, and then you save it for later.
Yeah.
I love as well, just very quickly, that you've kept your palette, your colour chart, and popped it inside the lid.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's always there when I need it. I know exactly what colours I've got and where they are. They're all matching here as well. Yeah. So yeah, and they are really nice colours.
Fantastic. So
if you brought
that's absolutely brilliant. I love that, and I love the way you've got the little palette and it slips over the top.
It just all works, doesn't it?
And
it's just so well designed.
I love it. Well done if you got yours, because of course we did have limited stock available on that, and that has now sold out. So unfortunately, if you've got it in your basket, it's gone. It's gone now. That's what's really important to make sure you do check out. However, good news, we do still have the Little Book of Christmas, the little Christmas book. There we go. $12.99 today. The details are on your screen. There are 15, count them, 15 designs, but that's not all because there's 3 of each. So it's $12.99, the Christmas book. This has been going really, really well, Sandra, as well. And we don't want it to be, you know, if you had the watercolours in your basket and you missed out, we don't want this to go the same way with the Christmas book. So if you have this in your basket, do please make sure that you get it checked out. It was due to be on in the later shows as well, isn't it?
Yes.
But the way things are going,
we're going to have to do something else.
Yeah, we'll be going home early. We'll all be going home early. So don't forget to get your basket checked out. And don't worry about checking out your basket because, of course, it is $3.95 all day. Nearly forgot them. $3.95 all day postage and package. So you can keep checking it out. Midnight to midnight, and if you don't want to check out online or you don't want to order online, don't forget you can call our UK call centre for free. It's a free phone number and they are located right here at Hobbymaker HQ. We'll have to go and have a look one day.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Now, this is not the only item on the show, of course. You brought us some fantabulous, or fantangulous. Did you see what I did there? Some fantangulous.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean. So we've got some fantabulous trials. And let's start off because we've got 3 different versions, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
And I love these mini ones.
Yes.
Absolutely fantastic. And these come in a tin.
They do, yeah. They're our tiny tiles.
They're
so
useful
lovely.
tin to keep them in afterwards. Or use it for anything. And what I love about that, actually, is it makes it sort of portable for travel.
It certainly does, and it keeps them all nice and tidy because, you know, if you are a tangler, you've got lots of tiles.
Yeah.
And having them in a little box like that just sort of means that they're available when you need them and they're not going to get tatty if you're leaving them on your desk. Yeah. We want to look after our tiles. They're important. But it's not just a piece of card.
No.
We talk about this a lot. This is what is a tile. If you imagine every single tile, you've got 48 in there. That's potentially 48 calm moments that you can have.
Yes.
It can actually be a little journey for you. So you start at the beginning, you think, I need 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So you say, right, I'm going to start, I'm just going to have a bit of a breather.
Yeah.
And you do something, you create this beautiful little piece of art in 10 minutes.
And do you find that your art is influenced by your day? So if you're doing different tiles, you might do one this morning, or one this afternoon, or one tomorrow, and each piece is influenced by your mood?
It certainly is, yeah.
A good day or a bad day, or whatever it is.
You'll find the colours as well.
Of course.
Depending on what mood you're in, you might pick a dark tile, you might pick a light. My advice for that is if you're feeling a little bit low, or you're having that kind of a mad day, instead of going for a tile that is dark, maybe go for a really, really bright one. And as you're working on it, you're going to find, well, I do, you're going to find that it's going to, you know, brighten you up a little bit, cheer you up as well. You know, then if you're thinking, really bright, but I need a bit of a calm, go for something a little bit more subtle.
Yes.
It's these earth tones really bring it home for you.
Absolutely. And different colours do sort of signal different moods, don't they?
Yeah.
And when you look back at these later, rekindles memories of you actually doing it in the first place.
It certainly does, absolutely. Yeah. And you don't just think with these you've got to have just them on their own.
No.
Stick them together, make different pieces. So you, instead of having one colour of card, you stick these, you've got lots of different colours together, then draw on it.
Yes.
Then either leave it as it is or take it apart.
Yeah.
So you've got like a little puzzle kind of thing.
So you can create those, line them up like a what's the word I'm looking for? Somebody help me out. Mosaic?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mosaic?
Yeah, yeah.
Should we use that? Mosaic. Yeah, mosaic, we've got approval for that. And then, so you can lay them, you can frame them, couldn't you? You can keep them individual. But you can use these on the train. You can keep these in your bag. When you're out
They literally, it's there when you need them.
In the coffee shop. Yeah. And not only is the size good for travel, do you know what that strikes me of 100% is sort of stocking fillers.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Do you know, going back to the coffee shop as well, you could draw one of these and leave it on the table.
Oh yeah, like a pay it forward.
And I'm sure at some point there's you know, you put your name on it, or even you know, your email if you're happy to do that. Oh, yeah. Somebody's going to contact you and go, wow, what is that?
Yeah.
What did you do? Or you might even find somebody's going to contact you and say, I'd love to do a swap with you because I also tangle.
Well, there's so many of you tanglers out there, you are very likely, very quickly to run into somebody else. Oh, keep turning that wrong way around. To run into somebody else.
Absolutely.
That does that.
Yeah.
Now, these are already proving very, very popular. And they should be $7.99, which I think is a good price, especially
in the tin.
Secret Santa, stocking filler. You get in the tin as well.
Which you don't have to keep tiles in if you don't want to.
You put all sorts of things in that tin.
Sweets, all sorts.
Sweets. It's funny how that was the first thing that popped into your mind there.
I know. Don't know why.
So $7.99. Oh, I've been told they're not going to be $7.99. Oh, under £5. $4.99.
Yes.
That's absolutely a fantastic gift for co-worker, friends, family, stocking filler, Secret Santa, or most importantly, Sandra, yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Very affordable, $4.99. And just add it to your order, because don't forget you're only going to pay $3.95
You've already done that. Yeah.
P&P for the whole day.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that's one thing that we should consider. You know, sometimes you order things and you think, oh, that's a really good price point, that's a low price point. And you think, oh, my word, then I've got to put the P&P on top of that. But if you've already bought something and you're checking out, you're already paying the P&P, so you really will be paying just the $4.99. And it doesn't matter if you order just now or whether you order just throughout the show or throughout the whole day. You only go, it's limited to $3.95. You can browse the whole website. It doesn't have to be anything that we're airing right now on the show. Browse the website. If you see something you like those paper thingamajigs, what are they called again?
Tortillons.
Tortillons! You're going to have to keep...
I'll educate him.
And they're coming up a bit later, so you'll be able to pop those in your basket, and you're only going to pay one lot of P&P. Now, there's a saying, Sandra, I don't know if you've heard, there's a saying, size isn't everything. And so we have a range of sizes.
We do.
Today, don't we? Because we've got the minis.
Yes.
But next we've got the regulars.
Yes.
So we've got the regular Sanntangle tiles over here as well. Now, these have already sold a tremendous amount already on pre-order. And it's no wonder, because look at the colours. You've got these fantastic earthy tones in there. I really, really like those. You know, leaves, golds, autumn.
Exactly.
That's what we're thinking of.
Using your gel pens on those dark tiles as well. Oh, divine. And it's took us a long time to get these colours back in.
Yes.
We've really struggled to get them because they were so popular across the whole range, because, of course, the suppliers we get it from, I don't even think they knew what tangling was.
No.
How very dare they.
I bet they know now.
So, you know, they do sell a lot of this kind of paper. It's really, really good quality.
Yes.
And we've, the Vellum, the creamy colour and the rust, we just couldn't get in stock. And luckily, we've managed to get it. So not only we've done those, we've managed to do the whole sort of range in these colours.
Because they're quite thick, aren't they?
They are.
They've got a good GSM on this.
70 GSM.
Oh, wow, 270 GSM.
You've got a little bit of a tooth on it as well. It's not a super smooth, but then it's not a cartridge paper. It's sort of an in-between hybrid. which allows you to draw on it smoothly, but then it'll take some pencil, it'll take watercolours, so we can ink them and things like that, and then they'll come back.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not
so
going to
they're really good.
Yeah.
And of course, the Sanntangle tiles have this bit of print on here. Just explain to anybody that's not a tangler at the moment, who will be a convert by the end of the show.
This is all about you starting to own your piece of artwork.
Okay.
It can be a little bit overwhelming to start on a blank page.
Yes.
So if you write your name on it, you write the date, and you write the tile number, then you've already written on it.
What do you mean by the tile number?
Well, the tile number, we tend to work on numbers so you can recognise what you've done and where you are.
Yes.
So I might do tile 6 in a day, 1 to 6, or I might do, for our lives, we work up, everybody's going to laugh at this, I was only going to ever do 12 live Facebooks.
Yeah.
And we're on tomorrow we're going to be doing number 254.
Wow.
So you can see if we didn't have numbers, you can't identify which tile.
Yes.
Because we go back and say, what tile was that? And you go, oh, it was number such and such. And we can all link to it.
So there's a way to label them or recognise
It certainly is, absolutely.
identify them later on. That's a great idea.
Yes.
Now, this is Sandra's standard size. Sandy standard.
Yeah.
Sandra's standard size.
I don't work to size. I don't conform to sizes. I work to what I think's right.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. And just remind me, because there is a very, very specific size.
There is, yes.
Isn't there, Sandra?
There is, yes. Because I cut them.
Yes.
Honestly, they're 8.2 centimetres square.
8.2,
I think, is really important.
I think we'll all agree 0.2 is very important.
It is.
So that's good. We need that extra 0.2. So these are your standard sizes.
Yeah, that's our everyday use, whatever we're working on. But not in standard colours. No,
everybody
really,
does all the
really
other colours,
nice.
don't they?
Really nice.
You know, whatever crafty items you buy, they've got all different. But these are earthy tones.
Yes.
And that's really nice difference.
They just go with all
so
sorts
really
of
nice
things.
Indeed.
They work well.
The details for those are on the screen. RE1215, and these, the price on these, $4.99.
Yeah, they're lovely, aren't they?
It's good.
Good price.
And there's 6 colours and there's 4 of each.
Yes.
6 colours and 4 of each.
24 tiles.
All good to go. We've got another message. From Julia. Good morning, Sandra and Ben.
Morning.
Fab show. Great to see you on here again, Ben. Thanks. I do love a bit of tangling, especially during a Zoom meeting. I reckon Julia's one of those people that sneaks the camera off during her Zoom meeting.
Maybe.
And then it's not working today. Yeah, and then it comes back on and she's...
She could be making notes for all they know.
Yeah, she could be.
Yeah, absolutely.
She could be. What she's doing
tangle all down the board as I did.
Oh, that's a good idea. She's going through that sort of mindfulness to keep her in the right frame of mind for
absolutely.
work.
Yeah.
That's what she's doing, isn't it? Thank you, Julia. Thank you for your message.
Yeah.
So, don't forget, keep sending in pictures of your crafty makes, in particular, during this show, any tangling items. And not just your designs, but what have you tangled? Have you tangled anything unusual? Tell us about what you've tangled. What surfaces have you tangled? Because it's a really, really diverse craft. And don't forget, anything that you send in goes into the Show Your Makes competition. And you could win £100. You get £100 credited to your...
Yeah. Didn't you tangle a win last time?
Yes!
And the time before?
Blimey. Fix! Fix! I think it's just the pure number of people that are contributing who are tanglers is immense.
Lovely.
So, you know, it could be you.
Do it now. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And if you haven't got an account, why not? What have you been doing? It's really easy. It's dead easy. So all you do is go over to the website, which is hobbymaker.co.uk, and in the top right-hand corner there's login or register. If you don't have an account, it's really, really easy to create one. All you need to do is just pop in, register, pop some details in, and within a jiffy, you've got an account, and that's going to enable you, of course, to check out nice and quickly. It's going to enable you to message into the studio and lots more. Of course, if you don't want to use the website, you don't have to. You can contact our free phone UK call centre, which is located right here, 24 hours a day, at Hobbymaker HQ. And you can speak to a person there, and one of our fantastically friendly hobby team will be happy to take your order. So we've got a question in from Chris.
Hi, Chris.
Are you doing a Christmas colour tile pack?
Oh, do you know what? I actually did a while back. Possibly. It depends. I have a lady named Leslie Alf, that works with me.
Okay.
And she quite likes red tiles, and I can't get them out.
Yeah.
She literally nicks them all.
Right.
So I will do my best.
And red's quite an important colour.
Leslie lets me.
In any Christmas pack.
Leslie lets me. We
Very
will sort
festive.
it. Yes.
Very festive.
Yes.
We've had some more pictures through.
Oh, brilliant.
They're all over it today. All over it. So what have we got here? Hi, Sandra and everyone.
Hi.
Loving the early show. Hope Dobby is behaving himself.
At the minute, it's a bit early yet, isn't it, to be honest? It's a bit early for him.
It's a bit early. He's having a nap up there. That's why he's got his sunglasses on. So you can't see he's napping. I absolutely love what you've done. So you've tangled there. You've got a happy birthday card, 2 happy birthday cards. But I've got to say, my favourite is the one on the left.
Oh, look at that.
There's no sentiment on that from I can see, but I love that one. That's absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Is that the same as is that the same background as your ball?
Yes, it is. That's one of the, that's the macro frame stencil. So that looks like it's been embossed and then inked. Fabulous.
That's absolutely amazing.
But it just looks great. It really shows that little tile off, doesn't it?
I think it does.
So it's absolute best.
I'm going to stick my neck out and say that is my favourite one sent in so far.
Oh, that's it now.
Carol.
That's fighting talk, that is.
I'll pop you my address in for the £5 later. 50% share. Oh, yeah. Producer Kat was just saying, imagine what the earth tone cards are going to look like with those.
They look lovely, you know, when you've got a little bit of a white chalk pencil in with there, and you can shade it with that, and we'll show you that later with something that really suits the earth tiles.
Yeah.
Can't tell you anymore. It's top secret.
Fantastic. And we've got the macros as well, which are these ones over here.
Yes.
The massive macros, I should say. Oh. They're enormous. Look at those. Have you got an exact size on these?
Yeah, 14.85.
0.85.
Yeah.
These are. I've been told. No. Did you? How much did you say? Before is that right? Before I say it, £9.99. I can say it's too late. Said it now.
Well, this is it, you know, and you know, it's the first time we've ever done earth tiles this big.
That's incredible.
So
that's incredible.
I think I've got about 3. I think that's all I've got, and I cut them. Yeah, I've got about 3 tiles.
I'm going to pinch the 3 so you can see them together. Actually, there we go. So we've got the 3 different sizes in there. So the macro tile is the biggest one, the one we were just looking at, and they are £9.99. The code on that is HZ1268 for checking out, to make it nice and easy to check out. And these come, of course, in the fantastic earth tones, as do the other sizes that we've got. So you've got the macro, which is this one here. That's the biggest one. That is the one that's on your screen right now. That is the code for the one that's on your screen. £9.99. We've got the regular here. Sandy's Standard. That's there. So that's 8.2.
Yeah,
is that right?
That's it. That's
8.2. And then we've got the minis, which come in their own little tin as well.
They're lovely, aren't they?
They're sort of Dobby-sized, the minis. Dobby-sized.
Yes, they are. He's got a few in his bag. He's brought his bag with him.
Has he?
He does have a little Hogwarts satchel.
I did wonder what
he's here all day. He's got sweets in it. He's got his,
You've got.
I don't give him sweets, but he sort of has a wander around and he sort of looks.
He seems to accumulate them. You know where he's getting them from, don't you? He's getting them out of this little tin.
Is that what it
that
is?
You're using to put the sweets in.
Oh,
that's where he's keeping them.
He's saying he has to try them all first.
He's trying them all. Have you spotted him? If you've just tuned in, have you spotted Dobby?
Yeah. Can't really miss him.
He's around somewhere.
Everything, yeah.
He's been very, very well behaved. He's an angel.
Well, absolutely, at the top of the tree, yeah.
There he is.
It'll not last. He won't be there for long. Wait till Pauline gets in.
Oh, blimey. It'll all be over then. We've got our eye on you, Pauline. So I've been chatting away, gassing, and she's not stopped, has she? Sandra's not stopped. What have you been doing?
I'm tangling.
Oh.
I've emptied my tiny tiles out, and I've got a couple of different colours going on here. And again, I'm looking at my little design book here, and I'm using this pattern. So I've already started down this side, and I've done these little patterns, but they're getting bigger. I think we know what this is. So if I do it the other side.
I've just popped what you're doing there. You've fastened them together.
Yeah.
Using, what did you use to fasten them together?
Just a little bit of tape.
And you've created almost like a harlequin.
Yeah.
Type.
Absolutely.
Larger tile.
Absolutely.
That's brilliant idea.
So, I mean, this is going to be bigger than a regular tile, but not as big as a macro. So you've got another size tile if that's what you want to do.
Any measurements on that one, Sandra?
Oh, I don't know what this is. It's 5. It's going to be 10 centimetres, isn't it? Because each one's 5 centimetres.
There you go.
So it's first thing in the morning. So there we go. Now, of course, if I was doing this, usually I would probably give it a little bit of a guide, but I don't think that's too bad at all. I think that's all right. I'm going to just put a bit of a line in. Let's do a wave going in there, and this is going to bring our tree sort of together. It's just nice to sort of see the differences, isn't it? And there we go. What we can do with it. Let's give it a little bit more down here.
So this is, there's no stencil involved in this?
No, I've just taken inspiration from that that little pattern there, that little tangle that we've got, and putting a little shape in.
And that's from sort of the, I don't want to say hints and tips, from the sort of, the inspiration at the front of the Christmas book.
Yeah, it's sort of a little bit of a step out. Let's have a little bit of our baubles. We do a lot of bubbles. We don't do circles, we do bubbles. There we are. But we like irregular because that's going to give it a bit of character. I always say every time you draw a bubble, anything that you draw that you tangle, you're leaving a little bit of your heart and soul on that paper. So then to give this to somebody, you know, it really says that you actually care. There we go, a couple of bubbles. Look at that. Let's bring a bit of pencil in. Now here, as we talked about, I've mentioned chalk pencils a lot, haven't I? If I use this with a regular pencil, I could do the same here. And it works fine. And yeah, you can use pencil on there, but I do have a white chalk pencil. This is actually chalk. So if I then use the chalk instead, you could use this on fabric, yeah. It's a little bit harder than that, but yeah, you could use that one. You see now I've got a little bit of white in there. There we go.
That really makes it stand out,
if I use pencil there. Now the beauty with it, there we go, is if I come in and there we go, softening that little area there. You see, I'm just sort of working it round with the sort of the shape of it. There we go. And I quite like the, you know, the earth tone there, but as it just, when you put that grey on, or the graphite, let's add a little bit there.
I do think that's a very clever idea, fastening the other tiles together. How did you fasten those together? Have I asked you that?
Yeah, you can use whatever tape you've got. I've got a bit of tape on the desk here. If you want to take them apart, you want to be using something that's sort of low tack. Okay, now usually what I do is, unless I've got one here, I'd use a different tortillon for this because I've got graphite all over this one. Now I've got so much in my pencil case, can't find anything. There you go. No, that one's got graphite on it. That's okay. If you've got a nail file, then all you need to do with it is actually file it off and it'll clean it all off. Or I don't have a nail file in that pencil case, so I can just rub it off there. I must have about 12 pencil cases maybe. There you go. If all else fails, you can use the end of it just as an emergency. But I'm going to use exactly the same process, look, with the white pencil. You see how you're getting that little bit of shade on because it's going to show up a little bit more. There we go. There we go. That's it. Our tortillons, yes.
And we're going to have some of these on the show actually later on at 3 o'clock. The tortillons.
Yes, absolutely.
The tortillons are going to be at 3 o'clock.
Yeah. So if I bring in one, I've not done a tree, but I've got one here with a bit of a snowflake on it. But you see, it's my tiles, but I've actually used the dye, and then I've cut it out a little bit.
That's a good idea.
So you don't have to keep it as a square if you don't want to. It can be any size you like. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring a bit of pencil in here. And again, you could use coloured pencils. So I'm sticking with a regular pencil today just so you can see how it all works rather than sort of worry about what colours to add. Of course, if I'd got my paints, then perhaps I would have used those. But I'm going to sort of add a little bit of pencil to the top and bottom of each. You see here as well, I've also put some little coloured dots on. Just wanted them to dry so we didn't have to worry about that wandering it's around the studio.
Do you know what keeps going through my mind when I see you with the tiles and how you've connected them together? You talked about using low-tack tape if you wanted to take them apart. You're probably going to say, oh, I'll do that. Linking the tiles together, creating a card or, you know, a sentiment or a message for somebody, and then taking the tape off and putting them all in an envelope.
Oh, that'd be cool,
and then you have to make your own... like a flat pack.
Yeah, absolutely.
So and then you could get them, and it's interactive because then you're playing with the card and you have to connect, like a little jigsaw. Jigsaw's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah, that would be lovely.
You could use it like that. That would be
yes.
Good. So we've had a question in. Sandra, what hardness of pencil do you use for these?
Okay, so this is my teacher speak.
Okay.
Here we go. So if I draw a line, right in the middle. There, you've got a HB. That's the most regular, most common pencil in the world, HB.
Yeah.
It's neither hard, it's neither soft.
Yeah.
Hard, H for hard, B for butter. So if you...
So H
for hard, B for butter.
B for butter?
Butter's soft. Remember it?
Are you making that up?
No, this is honestly how I used to teach it.
Oh, right.
So if we've got a hard pencil, you can go then to, it goes to a 2H, a 3H and so forth. The harder it is, the more sort of you imagine a mechanical pencil and something that you're going to draw an outline with. They are not going to really move that much. Your HB, if you've got nothing else, will work. But anything that says H on it, it's not going to blend very well. So then if we work this way with the B for butter, if we go to a regular B or a 2B, and then of course it goes... So, yeah, we heard that before. So if you've got a B or a 2B, these work really, really well.
Right.
And they're going to give you that amount of movement you need. If you go up to a 3B or a 4, you're going to end up with pure graphite all over your tile. It's too much. So you want to be working with a B or a 2B. This is a 2B. And that's how it works. You'll find it'll be a lot smoother on this kind of paper than on this, but if I show you, you can see. I put that on there, and then if I soften it out, you see it's going to move. But if I'm doing it on this, you see how much more it moves. And I don't have a mechanical pencil on me, but you'll notice if you try and smooth a mechanical kind of pencil, it's not going to do it.
That's a really, really great question. Who did that question come from? Collector in Sussex.
There you go.
No name.
Oh.
The alias.
There we go. So that's the story of pencils.
If you've got any more questions, please do send them in. The show is an interactive show. It's not just about showing you these fantastic items that we've got here on the show. It is about interaction with you at home. So if you've got any questions, message them in. That's what we're here for, isn't it?
Yeah, certainly
that's what you're here for, isn't it?
More than happy to.
You're wasting the time asking me.
Yeah. Okay, I'm coming in now with this white chalk pencil. I know it's not available on the website at the minute on its own, but might be around later.
Oh, another hint. She keeps dropping hints.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm adding it in sort of the middle of that holly. It's giving me a little bit of a highlight in there. I'm just going to sort of touch it gently. I don't always blend it out. Sometimes it's nice to leave it. But we just
particularly on the darker colours maybe as well?
Yeah, absolutely. You see, I have put it on these, but, you know, I think I just like to be sort of continue it round.
What size cards did you use for those? What size tiles?
This is the tiny tiles. in the tin.
The tiny tile?
Yeah.
In the little case?
Yeah. Stuck them together.
Well, as it happens, that's on the screen as well. So if you like the tiny tiles, if you saw them a bit earlier, or you fancy connecting those together, creating a fantastic Sanntangle like Sandra's doing at the moment, the details on the screen, GX1228, $4.99. And just remind us, what do we get in there? How many?
48.
48.
And the tiny tiles, yeah.
48. And they're the autumnal colours, they are the earth colours?
They are a variation. You're going to get some earth colours in there, you're going to get some brights, you're going to get a nice mixture.
Oh, you're going to get a mixture in those?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes, because it's the... Oh, Ben, they're in front of you. What are you doing?
That's all right.
Yeah, 48 in here. And don't forget, if you make a greetings card jigsaw from these, send them in.
Yeah.
We'd like to see those, wouldn't we?
Absolutely.
Build your own card.
We did in December last year. We did a tiny tile a day in December.
A tiny tile day?
Yeah, every day, one every day, 24 tiles. And actually, it was put together to make a big picture.
Right.
So the videos for that are actually out there. If you have a look on... I think I have put them on YouTube, but they are on the...
So we can find them on YouTube?
Yeah. All there. Yeah.
Well, we weren't around last December, were we?
I know.
So if you've only just found... Sanntangle, go ahead.
And it wasn't specifically a Christmas image, so you could actually go and do it now.
Right.
And it's literally one of those tiny little squares every single day. And it was quite fun, actually, because I didn't say when I was going to do it.
Yeah.
So it could have been any time of the day. And
so you had to
you were always there. They were always there. I'm so proud of you.
I just say, I just noticed in the background there, your board there. In the background. I love the art. You've tangled on that as well. That's like your... What is that?
Yes, nothing is sacred.
Oh, blimey. And that's... Do you know what? That reminds me a little bit of sort of Australian Aboriginal artwork. Just immediately in the background there.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
With this one, honestly, with this one, I actually followed the grain of the wood.
Oh,
so it's sort of... It wasn't a particular drawing. This is all full of inspiration, really. Lots of patterns. So like this little... curly one here, we did that earlier with the Christmas bauble. Lots of bubbles.
So do you find you keep adding to that, Sandra?
Not this one particular anymore. This one, it's finished. It's actually been sprayed a couple of times because as you use it, the spray eventually wears.
Oh, okay.
But you'll find this on all my instruction books. This is the front cover on all my instruction books.
Brilliant.
So, yeah.
Fantastic. People have been after them for a long time.
They have, yes. And they're really nice. They're a cherry veneer.
Cherry veneer?
Cherry veneered wood. So you've got a different sort of wood grain on both sides. So,
I've just been told we've got some cherry veneer coming up. Am I allowed to tell them? Too late now, I've told them. We've got some cherry veneer coming up in the 5 o'clock show.
Yeah, yes. A few different
and that'll be on
bits and
pre-order from 1
pieces.
o'clock.
Yeah.
We've got, obviously, as with a lot of our items, limited stock. So it's you need to make sure that you pop that in if you like. That's the cherry veneer. That's coming up a bit later.
It is. It's really lovely wood. It has got an MDF core because we need that strength.
Yes.
But because you've got the wood grain, it's a natural wood grain on both sides.
Yeah.
You can actually do it. And every single board we do is different.
Right.
And when we cut them, we do look at the wood and think, is this side better for the front or the back? And specific ones that we find that we really love, we keep them to one side. So when we do the larger boards, we make sure that we've actually got a really nice grain on it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because some of the smaller ones, you can get away with something a little bit different. So like, for example, a smaller one here, there we go, look, it's got sort of a slightly plainer grain on it, whereas some of the bigger ones, but yeah. Right, so I've actually used my tiny tiles.
Yeah.
It's nice to have that little bit of a different colour in there. And then, of course, because I've used a die to cut it out, I've been able to match it and mat and layer the rest of it. So, sentiment, if you want to put that on, you could put a little bit of glitter on, whatever you want to do. But that's just something a little bit different, isn't it?
That's fantastic. I love the gem in the middle.
Just gives
I reckon she's been mugging our sister channel, the jewellery maker.
It's just lovely, isn't it?
For that looks
like
quite
a little
an
bit
expensive
of
embellishment to me, Sandra.
But do you know, it deserves it.
It does.
Of course,
it looks fantastic.
We have to sign them, every single one. We don't sign our full name on the front. We only ever sign the signature. Yeah. So once you've done this, you've drawn it.
Yes.
I haven't drawn, it's your artwork. So if you want to sell it, it's fine. And it's the same with this book. If you find that, okay, you've picked, oh look, a snowflake by chance.
Yeah.
You pick this image. This is, at the moment, this is my image.
Yes.
But once you actually start to draw on it and you add your own designs and you colour it and you ink it and you add it to a card or a piece of artwork, it's your work. It's not mine anymore.
So you're free to do what you want with.
So yeah, so if you want to do that and sell it, absolutely.
And the great thing about these is not only are they great to keep in the book, they're great to cut out of the book as well. Really nice to use for cards, of course, card making, but also you could frame that. I can imagine some of those in a beautiful frame with the mount around it, the big square mount around the item in a nice big frame. Great gift, great for yourself, of course. Maybe a box topper, something like that. There's all sorts of things that you can do.
Yeah, once you've drawn it, you've had the pleasure of drawing it, but then you create something with it. So just as though you would with a die or a stamp, you then create a card with it.
Yes.
You do the same with this. It's no different. It's the only big difference, I suppose, is that you've actually physically drawn it.
Yes.
So when you give that to somebody, it's a bit of you.
And I love the way that actually you can combine dies and the book as well.
All of it,
you can cut the items out after that you've created as well, cut them out using dies and put those again on toppers and mounters. Also, well, it's just an infinite option. And the thing as well I love about the front of the book is the little inspiration in the front, because the great thing about the inspiration is it's inspiration no matter what you're tangling.
Yes.
Isn't it? You don't have to be tangling in the book or tangling on paper.
Not at all.
You can use the tangles again on, in your case, shoes.
Exactly,
wood, mugs, all sorts.
The lovely thing with this as well, we brought a product called Tangly Trails a little while back. So what you could do with this page is you could number it 1 to 20.
Yes.
You had a dice. You roll the dice and whatever number goes, you could actually match it.
That's a good idea.
So you don't have to choose the tangle if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You could actually incorporate that product in with this one as well and mix and match it.
That's amazing. I really, really love that. I think that's a fantastic idea. The book, for anybody that would like one, is, of course, on the Hobbymaker website, www.hobbymaker.co.uk.
That's it.
And it's just $12.99.
Yeah.
And again, it's great for inspiration. It's great for carrying around with you. Would make a great gift for somebody else. And you can cut the items out. You know, get ready for Christmas right away.
Yes. Because
Christmas is upon us. I know other people that sort of tune into craft channels, and we're talking about Christmas in June or July, go, they must be bonkers.
Yeah,
it's miles away.
It takes time.
Because crafting takes time.
Yeah.
And also, I think the thing to bear in mind as well, that if you are creating items that you are then going to sell, and you're going to be selling them towards Christmas or Christmas fairs, markets, or on your online shop, you need to get ahead. And so now is a great time to start doing that.
Yeah, I mean, you could sit of an evening, or you could even sit outside of an evening. You could tangle on the pictures in that book, and then maybe later, when you're feeling a bit more Christmassy, you say, right, okay, I've got all my pictures, I've got all my toppers ready.
Yes, yeah.
Take them out of the book, get them die cut, and start crafting with them, and do that afterwards.
Yeah.
You don't have to do one straight after the other.
I think it's a great
Just
idea.
Play around with it.
UA1238 $12.99 is the price for the fantastic Tangly Christmas book. Half the stock's gone of the Christmas book. Half the stock has gone, and we are not even through our second hour yet. In fact, we're a bit over halfway through our second hour, and you know, you need to get it checked out, because Sandra is back later at 3 o'clock, but the book probably won't be at the rate we're going. So if you've got it in your basket, don't forget to check out. That's really, really important, because putting it in your basket, as I've already reminded you, doesn't reserve the item, so to speak. You do need to get it checked out. It's fastest fingers first. We've had some more pictures through. Loads more pictures.
Look at these.
That's brilliant. So what have we got here? Hi, here is some of my Sanntangle artwork. I've only been tangling just over 6 months and I'm addicted. Regards.
Just slightly.
Look at that. I love that. She's moved on to the mugs look.
Yeah, look at the gem.
Fantastic. I love it.
Look at that. It's beautiful, isn't it?
It looks almost the purple stone. You know, it reminds me of sort of an antique brooch. The one with the...
Yes.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like
and we were talking about with cabochons and things earlier and turning that into a brooch, it would be divine,
and the shading on that makes it look like the real... It looks like a jewel, doesn't it?
It's just beautiful. So
proud of you.
You've
only been doing it for 6 months,
it's lovely.
See? What have we got here? Hi, Sandra and Ben. This was my first Sanntangle.
First one, look at that.
It's now framed and ready to hang up. Just love tangling. Thanks, Sandra, for my new crafting. It's so relaxing after a busy day at work. That's from Terry.
Yeah, look at that.
It's just that time, isn't it? Bit of mindfulness, bit of time to yourself.
Just lovely.
Fantastic. I love the colours on that as well. Beautiful. And I think the thing is, a lot of people look at this art. We've shown lots of pictures on the screen, lots of things that people have sent in, and you know, people look at it and go, "Oh, you know, it's going to take a long time to be able to do that." And you know, you've got to be super artistic or whatever it is. But of course, you don't, do you? Because that's one of the benefits of things like the Christmas book is that you can start.
You can start straight away. All you need is a pen. Doesn't matter what pen you've got. Even if you think, "Oh, I'm going to do it with gel pen and a gold pen," go for it. You don't have to, and that's all it takes. And just go for it. Just
I love it.
Yeah, take a deep breath and say, "Do you know what? I've got this. It's a few lines. It's a few little curves, and you just see where it takes you. Because within half an hour, you'll be addicted in a nice way. In a nice way, you'll be addicted. It will."
Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. We've got another picture that's been sent into the studio from Louise.
This is fabulous.
Louise. Oh my word!
Absolutely fabulous.
That's incredible. It does not look like a 2D image, does it? It just comes off the page.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you forget, don't you? It's not printed.
No,
that's freehand.
It started as a blank piece.
Yeah.
And then Louise has worked that up.
Morning, everyone in the studio. Morning, Louise. Morning.
I have to say good morning to Maureen as well, because that's her mum. Good morning, Maureen,
as well. Hello to Maureen. Loving Wake Up to Sanntangle this morning. Sandra is such an inspiration. We are so grateful for all you do and bringing Sanntangle to Hobbymaker. Here is one of my latest projects I was over the moon with, quite rightly so as well, Louise. Have a great day. Thank you. Oh.
It's lovely. Yeah, you too. You too. Look at that.
We're so lucky to have you here, aren't we? Really.
I'm so lucky to be here too. It's a teamwork, isn't it?
We're going to start
all of us
in a minute.
Yeah.
I like as well, Louisa said hello to everybody in the studio.
Yeah, absolutely.
As well. Yeah. So that's good. Fantastic. Hello, Louise. And finally from Susan.
Oh,
look at that.
Now, you know we were talking about Advent tiles and the 24 tiny tiles?
Oh, yes.
There it is. That is 24 tiny tiles.
Is it?
You can't see it.
You can't see the join.
Yeah, so you could draw 2 of those with the tiny tile box you've got.
That's incredible.
Beautiful.
That's quite a large image as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit bigger than A4.
You can't see the joins and the breaks in it. It's a continuous.
Continuous, yeah. But we had to match them because we didn't do number 1, then number 2, then number 3. We actually moved them all about.
Oh.
So then it's like a proper advent calendar. And then, of course, certain things had to match with other things. Quite tricky, but it was really, look at it, look at the results.
And do you know what I love about that kind of image as well is it's almost like look at the image and everybody looks at it will see something different in the image. It's what do you see in the image?
It's lovely, isn't it?
And they're all going to be different.
They are. There's so many different ones. And some people put little bits of Christmas in there. Some people left it. Some people, like Susan here, she actually added colour. So she's got a theme. Some people just did every single colour you could possibly imagine. But it was just lovely to see them grow. And we did it every day. And it was just lovely.
It's amazing.
Really proud of that.
Amazing work. Amazing work. Do you know what? We've absolutely loved receiving your pictures. Keep sending them. Because, of course, Sandra is back for the 3 o'clock and the 5 o'clock show with even more fantastic stuff. All Christmassy themed.
All Christmas.
We like that. Keep sending them in, because don't forget, every time you send in one of your crafty makes, you'll get entered into our draw for a chance to win £100 credit to your Hobby Maker account. And who would want that? You've made it already. You may as well send it in. Yeah. So if you're a tangler, maybe you're not a tangler, maybe it's the first time you've had a go. You know, send it in. We would love to see it, and you'll go into that draw. How do I send it in though? Dead easy. Drop us an email, studio@hobbymaker.co.uk, and just pop in the title there, you know, me crafty make. Yeah. Studio@hobbymaker.co.uk. They all get go in. They don't always get shown, but they do all get entered. And we announce the winner once a month. Yeah. It's picked completely at random. Completely random. So however brilliant or poor you think yours is, send it. We want to see it. Don't forget, of course, if you've got items in your basket, you do need to make sure that you do check those items out. We've only got 10 minutes left, and then we're going to be handing over to Sewing Street and on the other channel as well, Jewellery Maker, our sister channels. And you can see lots of great stuff coming up on there as well. But don't be distracted. Get your baskets checked out, because if they're not checked out, you haven't secured your item. And some of you will have missed out, unfortunately, earlier today on the watercolour set, because we had a limited stock. And, you know, Sandra's shows always pretty much sell out. So do make sure that you get those on there. We've also got Bert and Gertz as well coming up later today, and Hunky Dory. You've got a great day lined up today, because you've had Sandra, Bert and Gertz, got Hunky Dory. Really popular shows. And don't forget, your P&P is paid for, because if you've already ordered something on this morning's show, that's it now. You can order something that's £2, £150. You're not going to pay any more P&P. Doesn't matter where it's coming from. Doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter which of our Hobby Maker shows you order it from either. And it might not even be on a show. It might be something on the website. You're only going to pay the P&P once, from midnight last night through to midnight tonight. That's my clock impression. Midnight to midnight. There you go, nice and easy. Just to recap very quickly some of the items that we've had on the show. Don't forget, we've had the Christmas book on the show, which is the most popular item that we've had on the show today. And keep checking out the earth tones as well. The regular tiles, which are the Sandy Standards.
That's it.
As I've nicknamed them.
As they are now known.
we've got less than 20 left. We're in the teens now. It's only 16 left. So if you've got it in your basket, get it checked out. $4.99. That's the standard one. We've got 6 colours and 4 of each colour. $4.99. Brilliant.
Oh, I'm tangling.
How are you getting on?
What am I doing?
She never puts a pen down.
I know. I can't help it. Yeah. Right. I've got. I don't usually show you what it's going to look like before we finish, but I want to show you the frame here. And I've actually added some colour to it. I've inked around the edge, and you know, I've cut the middle out again, but this is how it started, from there to there. So I just want to show you a little bit how you actually can create this on here. So I'm going to start with the inside section, and I've got a line. We did lines this morning, didn't we? So line in the middle. And then on one side, I've actually come in and drawn lines that way. Same on this one. I'm going to add in those. But then on the other side, I've just come in with my little brush pen here, great for filling in, and I've added some colour. Again, we're going green for Christmas, but it could be any colour you like. So then, working here, I've got some little curves underneath. So, little curves underneath. There we go. And the idea with this is I would probably do all the sort of squares, then I'd come and do all the little curves underneath. We want to try, if we can, to get that repetition going. I'm actually going to even put a couple of lines in there. So it's not about sort of doing one section. Go all the way around and then come back and do these little bits here. And you see already how it's started to sort of build. We've got this little design going on. I've actually got a little droplet there, but I'm not going to put one in. I could even put it in there, maybe. Again, see, every time you do it, you're going to get something different. And then on the top, we've got these little curves as well. So if I put those in, and those ones. So again, at the top now I've got little triangles. So if I put one in there, one in there, one in there. Let's just do a couple on those as well. And then just to add to it, I've added a little bit of holly. So if I bring that in, and we're going to put a little line, and it's like a little M shape, little M. And then I do the same the other way around, a little bit of holly. Let's draw another one. There we go. Little M. There we go. You see, we can fill that all around. But what I've done on this one is I've actually come in and used the other side of the pen. There we go. And added in the holly using the pen. So if you're not into colouring and you think it's not my thing, you can come in and add a little bit of colour with that if you want to, and then use your pencil to shade. But just a quick showing you of what you could actually do with this. I've got my frame here, and I've brought in, I've got my macro tile. You see, we talked about adding sentiments. I've actually gone round with a white pen, all the way around my tile, and I've just added this into the sort of the border. This is a little bit of something coming up later. But then, of course,
more sneak peeks.
Again, if we put this on the top, and then, of course, using the tiny tile as a topper.
Oh, me and Kat did that at the same time.
Yeah. Oh. Now, if you're thinking there's no way I can draw that, you just need to watch the 3 o'clock.
Oh!
And then, of course, putting that in the middle. It's like I've planned it. So, using the book, using one of the stencils, a little bit of colour, the macro tile, a tiny tile, and you've just got, you just stick that on a card. And then Fantastic. You've got your topper done. All hand done. And then, of course, you need to do your little signature, as always. I'm going to put it down there. There we go. And, yeah, that would get stuck together and job done. So you don't have to be an artist. You don't have to think, how am I going to plan this out? You can bring it into your crafty makes. You can bring your dyes in with it. You can bring your white gels. You can bring your glitters in, whatever you want to do. But that little hint of hand-drawn uniqueness makes
And the thing
is,
you say you don't have to be an artist, but actually this makes you an artist, doesn't it?
Certainly does. It makes impossible art possible.
I love that. Yeah. It makes impossible art.
There we go.
Possible.
Oh, my job is done.
You can't beat that, can you?
Not at all.
Oh, dear. Chris has messaged him. What have you got to tell us, Chris? Really looking forward to the shows later. Love Christmas.
Yeah.
Don't we all love Christmas? We all love Christmas. And don't forget as well, Sandra is back at 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock today. We've got loads of great items, of course, on the website if you want to check ahead and get checked out. She's going to be on later at 3 or 5. But we've got some fantastic guests coming up as well. So we've got at 1 o'clock, we've got new Christmas moonstone dies from Hunky Dory. Can't wait to see that. Hunky Dory is always a popular show. And then moving on to 2 o'clock, Hunky Dory is back again with Hunky Dory's 2022, forget what year it is, Christmas blockbuster back in stock with Natalie. That item is on pre-order in case you missed it the other day, because they absolutely went like wildfire. At 4 o'clock, we have the Christmas gift special with Bert and Gertz. And of course, the lovely, delectable, talented Sandra is back with more Christmas Santangle at 5 o'clock. So a fantastic afternoon lined up for you. You're here all day. You're here all day.
I'm here all day. I've got plenty to do. It's fine.
She's got a 3-course meal booked in for lunchtime at the posh restaurant down the corner.
Yeah.
Of course, don't forget, don't go anywhere, because we've got some great stuff coming up after this show, in actual fact, as well. Stay tuned for us on Sewing Street. We've got Vicky with guest Wendy Orlando. Don't know what that's going to be about, but she's there. She's coming up next. And then also on our sister channel, Jewellery Maker, we've got Carol with guest Gemma Crow. That's all we've got time for today. I'm going to be back on a week on Monday.
It's still on 8 o'clock.
Personally, and you're going to see more of me. In the meantime, thank you very much to Sandra, and we will see you all again
very
soon.